we are in the business now. Looks like blue team has started out by banning LeBlanc and Pantheon. And
wait, no introductions?
No, I'm Jack. Everyone knows me. I'm just
Yeah,
special.
but like, they don't know me.
No one cares about you. So, looks like, oh good, I love the Fiora ban. Just gotta love banning champions whose ultis have no counter. I see the Swain, Lissandra, Kalista on the purple team. Very solid bans as well. Now, Slams Jams on your ham, going for the Gaudier in the jungle. And I'm really hoping that he pulls out the definitely not Udyr skin.
Yeah, but no, he's going to be switching it over to a little bit more meta pick with that Gragas. Still, definitely a stronger pick right now, seeing a lot of play. But you know,
oh, the Nocturne!
Going
that is
over.
An interesting move.
Exactly. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see that come out from Slam Jam on your ham. We'll have to see what he does end up locking in. It's going to be the Sejuani.
Oh, I appreciate the Sejuani. That true icy bola, man.
Sticking with the tank picks, what are the red team going to do? I believe the red team is shut up and dive, while on the blue team it is going to be illegal legends.
Excellent, excellent. I'm definitely gonna forget that during this stream.
It's okay, I got it.
So we're just gonna refer to them as blue team and purple team. Blue team being Daniel's team and purple team being David's team.
But I don't know who Daniel is, and I don't know who
Daniel is No Dabba and David is Jamali.
All right.
David is also an Orgo TA. Fun facts.
Maybe. Well, I don't need to take Orgo, so no sweat. Meanwhile, we have some pretty interesting picks coming in. Antonio actually locking in the Caitlyn.
Now that's an interesting pick because you know, most of the time Caitlyn's just fall off so hard late game. How do I disable chat? I'm afraid my friends are gonna send me stupid things while we're streaming.
You don't disable chat. You can remove chat while we're in game, and I'll show you how.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Got the Nunu pick top. Excellent choice.
Yeah, I'll read over that. Ooh, going actually, maybe we might even see the double support composition come out from the shut up and dive. You know, they might be sticking with. They really might be sticking with their namesake, locking in so many champions that have.
Oh, I do not agree with the Morgana for the Caitlyn support. There we go, that's better. Now, see, the reason is Caitlyn needs a really peel-heavy support, which is why I'd say the Thresh or the Janna would be a much better pick than the Morgana there.
You know, he's hovering over a couple of champions, not.
Oh, the Lulu!
See, the Lulu, I really like the Lulu right here because it fits in with their name and maybe even the composition they're kind of going for. Shut up and dive. That's exactly what they're probably going to do. Just have Jamali hit a hook onto someone and then just go hardcore after that.
I see, the thing is, I don't think their name actually translates into what they choose their team comps as.
I can hope for it. Just like I can hope for a ZZ Rot Luden's Echo, a ZZ Rot Banner of Command build from a support.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with that personally.
Well, Slam Ham on your jam, the opposite of Slam Jam on your ham, hovering over a couple of picks, and we saw a Shen actually getting hovered over, and Shen is, oh, okay. Now he's hovering over the Teemo, but a little bit about that Shen. Shen's not really one of those champions people pick very often because of the lack of damage he brings into the composition, as well as you're so reliant on hitting that taunt. If you miss it, or it just doesn't, or you only hit one person.
Throwback to Season 2, Shen, when if you didn't pick him, you were screwed.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but again, like right now, with the amount of mobility running around, it's so difficult already to hit that taunt, and if you miss it, then you're essentially going to be useless in a team fight. coming in. They don't even lock in the shit anyways. They're gonna be picking that Maokai and
Very safe pick with the Maokai.
locking in that mid lane Zyra. I think. I believe
Always,
that's
Zyra's an interesting champion because she can explode you if she's really feeling it, but I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't think that's a very solid pick at this point. Now we're seeing the Tryndamere on the other side, so he obviously just doesn't want to have any friends ever again.
So, but all I'm seeing from this is dive.
Yes,
I'm
it
dead
looks
set.
very much like the UVA dive team right now has come into the League of Legends team.
I'm dead set. I'm dead set on just seeing the shut up and dive team only go for tower dives 24/7, no sieging whatsoever. Just go ahead and go in. And I'm sorry that if you guys hear that little thing right there, I hit my mic with my hand because I'm so excited.
Alright. Gonna put my slippers on. Get ready to start streaming. Okay, so we got a nice little 3-minute delay now.
It's okay.
Gonna swap on over to the in-game scene.
We're not in game yet.
Well, yeah, but like I want to be ready.
Okay, well, slam him on your jam. Actually, he previously, while he was actually beginning to pick, he had the smite teleport as his summoner skills previously, and I'd be really happy to see that getting picked up in this tournament. Not a lot of top laners have really adapted that style in non-competitive format, and it's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of the stronger aspects of this current meta right now. You get so much jungle pressure, and with this Skirmisher Saber and Cinderhawk enchantment, it's really difficult to outduel you.
Throwbacks to Warwick with the skirmishers.
You mean
Preseason 5 skirmishers with Instagib Warwick.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Just smite and press R.
Well, you do see. I don't know I wonder how the Tryndamere is actually going to do against the Maokai. Maokai can actually use his Arcane Smash to stop the Spinning Slash. So he might not even get the full damage off if Slam Him on your jam is on point with those. However, if he needs to be careful about when Gimpy Setter uses that mocking shout. Even if he does stop the Spinning Slash, then he'll still be able to walk up and put a couple of auto attacks onto that Maokai.
Now, I just hate Tryndamere. I think he's just a... If you play Tryndamere, I'm sorry, but I just hate you. A lot. Just not a nice person. It's like playing Shaco jungle. You're just not a nice person. You're just causing problems for other people, and you're just generally being a troll. Now, it's going to be interesting to watch this Nunu in the mid lane, because I know Nunu is a very good counter to Kassadin, but I'm interested to see how he'll do against a Zyra, because neither of those is very much a meta mid lane pick right now. So it'll be quite the...
Well, actually, I was going to say Nunu in the top lane is fairly annoying because of the sustain that he has, and you just throw snowballs whenever it's available. Since your passive does give you a free spell cast, and snowball is the higher mana cost of your 3 skills, that you're usually going to be using that when it's available. We could see Nunu in the top lane or Tryndamere in the mid lane, but then that just leads up to how is Tryndamere going to deal with the poke coming out from Zyra. Either way, neither of those solo laners are going to be able. They're not really going to be able to deal effectively with Ball King's Zyra. On paper, however, we don't know how well he plays that Zyra out. So coming in,
Oh
We're
my.
in the we're in the loading screen, and it's time for those skin wars. Who wins the skin intimidation factor?
Well, the Workshop Nunu is a wonderful skin. Now both teams only have one. There's the Valkyrie Leona and there's the Workshop Nunu. And
So I
honestly,
think that I think we go with Workshop Nunu just as a throw.
hold on. The elo on this team is not looking very balanced. Who set this up? We got one team that's 2 plats, a diamond, and 2 golds against a team that's 3 golds, a silver, and a plat.
I mean,
That is not looking very fair.
League of Legends has made it this far, so you can't count them out.
I'm just saying, but from an elo perspective, who let that happen? Dang it, Seamus, what are you doing?
Well, Nick, I mean, you are the coordinator next year. You should.
Yeah, I know, so I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, you should
That's
you should
my
get on
job.
that. It's your job now.
Ugh.
How's that cold coming out for you?
Not very well. Not
okay.
very well at all. Just like downing Advil and Sudafed.
Drink some green tea. Green tea is where it's
Nah,
at.
man, it's all about oolong.
Dude, no, oolong's disgusting.
Who are you?
Green tea is the best. Green tea with lemon.
No, oolong is so good.
Guys, this is no longer become about League of Legends. This has now become about which tea is better.
Oolong tea.
No, it's green.
If you answer green tea is better, like, what are you even? Why has no one spawned yet? What is going on here?
We're currently in that limbo between loading screen and in game.
Oh, okay, here we go. It's coming up.
Just as you said it, the champions have spawned in.
And there's a pause.
So while we have this pause,
It wouldn't be UVA League of Legends without a pause.
it wouldn't be any tournament without a pause.
I don't know. We seem to just have a god-awful amount of pauses.
It's not just you. It's a lot. It's a lot of tournaments. So while we actually have this pause, let's actually do a couple things. First, I'm going to show you how to remove the chat. In the bottom left-hand side, you see the camera box. At the bottom right-hand side,
Oh, I found it. Ooh,
visibility.
Ooh, I'm turning it on and off.
Click on chat. There you go.
Yep, Caitlin agrees with me. It's UVA LCS, so a pause is required.
So now that we fixed the chat issue, do you think we're gonna be seeing anything coming out from level 1s?
From a level 1 perspective, if the Nunu starts the snowball and Jamali starts his hook, we could see a pretty cheesy start there from I don't know what that team's name is. I'm sorry, they're gonna be red team. But at the same time, if the Maokai starts his route, and the Zyra starts her route, and the Leona starts her stun, that could be a very, very cheesy
so
nice
now
little level 1.
One more question. Did you make that pun on purpose?
What pun?
If the Nunu starts to snowball.
No, starts his snowball. His
Oh,
ability.
I thought you said he starts to snowball, so I thought you
No!
were a pun. Wow. You got me excited for a second. I thought like we had a freak on stream. Like my puns aren't that good.
Oh, so you're not a Reddit commenter? You don't just make the obvious puns?
No, I don't.
What is this? This Tryndamere is looking like he really... Oh, he's red team. Never mind.
Yeah, right now, Shut Up and Dive, we put down quite a bit of vision. Not too much aggressive vision, but it's still vision overall. Meanwhile, on a League of Legends, you only have Slam Jam on your ham putting down that nice...
That Tryndamere pinging for help, looking like he thinks he can kill that Maokai.
It's gonna be really difficult, especially since... Oh, he actually started his
Oh, the Maokai only started his saplings. If Jamali lands a hook here, we can get... Oh, and a flash goes down.
You know, I'm actually surprised to see the flash come out because he didn't see the death sentence come out from Jamali, and even if...
And Jamali has actually started his flay, not his death sentence. So
that's another thing.
Very worth for red team there.
Exactly, and that's just... Even if Jamali had started the flay, he had many opportunities to escape. The CC that would have come out, like, there's just no lockdown on the side of Shut Up and Dive at level 1. It'd be really difficult unless Jamali had the death sentence. And had he seen the animation go out, then it would have been fine to flash. Well, both of those junglers starting on the bottom side, and Nodaba actually, not too much damage down onto him, but Jamali definitely taking the aggressive movements, even forcing Crimson Cat away. That's a nice double play.
Wonderful play by that Thresh down there.
Crimson Cat putting a lot of damage onto that Thresh, not getting too much CS, but he's getting it.
He's still in the tied with the Caitlyn in CS, so not too unfortunate for him. Now Nudu is taking a good amount of poke from these Zyra plants, although I believe his sustain will be enough to keep him in that lane for a while. Yeah,
once he gets that consume like he did right now, we may even see him max consume, just not max it, but put a couple of points in it just so he gets the extra healing. And with we already see Tucker actually going for the Gromp Blue Red start, and he may have. Oh no, he won't have enough health.
He will not have enough health to gank that.
I don't think he smite. Did he smite the red buff? He did, so he won't have enough. He won't have enough health to gank, and usually when you see junglers do that, they kind of go for a bit of an aggressive move after taking the double buffs. It goes through the
looking like Leona's going in on this Caitlyn. However, Thresh with a nice peel to get that Jinx away from her.
Molly will have we'll force them away for now, but the Flame Chompers that came out really nicely, locking Antonio in place. Meanwhile, in that top lane, Gimpy Setter does have a bit of a CS lead on that Maokai.
Ooh, Meow W Purper actually making some moves on the Zyra here. He has a full level on her now. Those snowballs are starting to hurt her a little. Gimpy Setter making a move on this blue buff.
Slam Jam on your...
Oh, and Gimpy Setter manages to steal the blue buff and flash out.
Yeah, that is a really nice play. Just shutting down Slam Jam on your him extremely early. And oh, a nice unit blade locking down onto Antonio. He's just going to be able to walk away. No Flame Chompers. Crimson Cat needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of harass from that Caitlyn Thresh. And that's overall a trade in favor of Shut Up and Dive. Meanwhile, it's just a question. I'll get back to that actually, because Tucker looking for the dive in the top lane. Slam him on your gem. Uses the Arcane Smash. He does get knocked out by that EQ combo. He's going to use his tether underneath that tower, but they're going to be walking away. First Blood. Going in onto Gimpy Setter.
I'm J4. I'm helping.
So what I was going to say was, are you on full screen or are you on borderless? Windowed.
I am on borderless.
Okay. People are saying it's flickering, so that's usually one of the issues for the reason why it's flickering. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry. So, 3 Doran's Blade picked up by Meow Mew Woo Purr Purr.
Poor man's Rod of Ages right there.
Poor man's Rod of Ages it is. But the thing is, if he doesn't get anything out of that, he's put himself into a huge gold trough. And right now he is even in CS with bulking. However, if he doesn't manage to get a kill or even a couple of assists, then he's going to be even further behind when it comes to a couple more minutes into the game, about 10-15 minutes into this game. Right now, ooh, another knock-up down with the Slam Ham on your gem. A lot of damage going down onto him. Ignite
Looks like he's going down.
Who is this attack going to go over to? Gimpy setting lockdown underneath that tower, but he's just got to walk away with another kill underneath his belt.
Given that Tryndamere, those kills is not going to be fun come late game.
Meanwhile, Jamali's successfully zoning out the Leona Jinx combination. He's providing so much pressure in that lane. It's so difficult for them. Crimson Cat, though, is able to CS effectively and even has a bit of a lead onto Antonio. So maybe that pressure is not doing too much. Both of those supports just gladly taking that farm for their AD carry. And a really aggressive move by Jamali.
Oh, the Nudu has made a roam down bot lane. Let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah, they know something's up. There's the flash coming out from Slamham on your gem, trying to save his tower, but it's not enough. And that's just going to be Gimpy Setter using that spinning slash away, getting tower for his team. Jamali going in, Death Sentence going out, not going to connect onto Crimson Cat. Both of those junglers have finished up their Trailblazer. We're going to be seeing Bomby Cinder actually on the Jarvan. Usually Jarvans pick up the Warriors Enchantment just to help out with early game damage.
From a team comp perspective, the Jarvan does need to go tankier, because it looks like that Nunu is going to go full AP, the Tryndamere is going to go full damage, the Caitlyn's going to go full damage, and, well, Thresh is going to take a while to build up that tank because he has to build the support items first. So, oh, Meow Meow W Purper going for the
Ignite's
all in there.
Yeah, Flash,
and he gets the kill.
And he gets the kill. Oh, I thought I was doing play-by-play. Well, there's Tucker, good old jungler, just going to be giving that blue buff over to Meow Meow Purr.
Both bot lanes being back. Looks like both of them will come back with a BF sword and boots. Yep. Almost exact same back. Tryndamere just sitting up here having a wonderful time top lane. He is enjoying himself very much right now.
Yeah, with the Bilgewater Cutlass, he's... That was nice. With the Bilgewater Cutlass, you won't have any problems sustaining against Slam Cam on your gym. And a really aggressive move by this Maokai. He's a little bit behind, but he's opted for even more AP, another Doran's Ring, and that might even put him further behind. Usually you just get the one Doran's Ring on Maokai and then just build a Rod of Ages and full tank after, but it's interesting. Apparently, okay, so apparently, are you using screen capture or game capture?
Screen capture.
You might have to set it to game capture because the stream is flickering, and that's the reason why.
No. Okay. Well,
I'll get back to that because right now, Shut Up and Dive, they're taking this dragon, forcing the Leona away with the flake. Crimson Cat, throw it at the Super Mega Jet.
Oh, and the Jinx Rocket Steal on the dragon.
Meanwhile, they're looking for the fight. Meow Meow Purr Purr, knocked up by Slamham on your jam. Volcane does get locked up by that icicle ball. Wow, ice ball. Snowball. There. There's no Daba. Trying to fight out this Nunu.
Meow Meow W Purper actually up there just trying to 2v1. Very close. J4 goes down. Looks like this was a very worth trade for blue team. They got the dragon, and I believe they just got 3 kills out of that.
Yeah, no Daba trying to get.
Oh, no Daba, probably not going to make it out of this one.
Not able. If he had just auto attacked Meow Meow Pants, Meow Meow, then he definitely would have gotten a kill right there. No reason to just run away.
Okay, let's take this little break and swap it over to game capture.
Okay then.
Game capture.
You're gonna have to turn the stream off.
Okay.
I think.
Application. League of Legends TM client. Is it working?
It should be. I don't know. You. Yeah. I made a mistake. You don't have to restart the stream for that.
Is it working?
You would have to tell me. I can't. I'm not watching the stream.
I can't see. Well, you're the one telling me it's flickering. What are they telling you now?
I'm watching the chat. Give me a second. I'm loading the video. Okay, and Seamus also asks that you add the team names on OBS as text on the overlay so we can see them.
Okay. Add text. Which team is which?
Okay, blue team is Illegal Legend, so just put ILL. And then red team is shut up and dive. So
Oh gosh darn it, I flipped that.
and Slam Ham on your jam, actually flashing over that wall, trying to escape the Wrath of Tucker and Gimpy Setter. He does have that sapling for the soul, but a nice Art Assault knocking up everyone. Gimpy Setter, though, locked in that Cataclysm. He's taken down very, very low. Gonna use that Spinning Dash away to keep himself alive, and they walk away with a kill onto the tree. Meanwhile, Crimson Cat gets hit up by that death sentence. The zap is going to be used as a parting gift, and Jamali coming out with not the greatest trade in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Ai and Antonio and Jamali trying their best to defend against this Jinx Leona combination. Once they hit that level 6 mark, they just put on an aggressive, they just turned on the aggressive switch, and they are just trying to fight it out. Crimson Cat does have a bit of an advantage with the Berserker's Greaves. Then again, she always had the advantage in attack speed, throwing it out whenever. Just auto attack whenever it's possible. Just a lifesteal from the Doran's Blade is enough. Actually, even popping the pot, so she's
Okay,
good.
added the overlay.
In
Sorry
that.
about that.
No problem.
They kind of missed part of that last fight, but basically recap. Maokai got wrecked. Like R-E-K-T, wrecked. J4 coming down bot, looking to make a play, although it's looking like Crimson Cat and Odaba are sticking by their tower. Probably not going to be a lot of movement here.
We might just see the Dark Passage being used. He was spotted out by a ward placed in that river, so they did back off fairly early, expecting aggression coming their way. Meanwhile, there's a lot of vision coverage for Shut Up and Dive. Meanwhile, on the side of Illegal Legends, there's one ward in the river. Everything else is in their own jungle. There's a lot of damage. Is that going to even use on Jamali? Just some aggression down onto him. Meanwhile, we actually see Tucker putting on the pink ward and even taking the Scuttle Crab. He is falling a little bit behind in terms of CS compared to Slam Jam on your ham, but he's provided so much more lane pressure than his counterpart, and that's kind of where the difference is.
Well, that also falls partly in the
Slam
way
Ham-
that Sejuani has to gank, because Sejuani's ganks are just not as good as J4's are pre-level 6. Now, once Sejuani hits level 6, yeah, her ganks are disgusting, but before then, it's not quite as good as the J4 gank is going to be at level 3.
And meanwhile, Slam Ham on your jam did end up dying 1v1 to Gimpy Setter. He's going to be so hard to shut down. 5 kills for himself. He'll just be setting a tent up in that top lane and pushing that out whenever he can. Slam Jam on your ham will be taking that blue buff for himself and making his way to the top lane. He'll defend that tower for now. However, once Gimpy Setter gets a couple more items, he'll definitely be a little bit more confident in dueling out.
Oh, the J4 gank coming mid.
Oh,
and the flash goes down.
Locked up by that snare.
Very good flash on the part of the Zyra. Oh, the consume on the Zyra plant. That is some BM.
Ooh. You slam Jam out of your ham. On your
Slam ham on your jam? Space Jam?
It's Space Jam. Well, Slam Jam, he's forced away from his own jungle. That's just not something you really want from your jungler. The Tryndamere is so powerful at this point. They really do need just the vision to stop him from going that.
It's looking like the Tryndamere is really wanting to split push here, which is one of a few things that Tryndamere is good at, other than being absolutely annoying. The dragon is up at this point, and it's looking like Illegal Legends are trying to make a move on that. As they have about 4 members bot lane, and look to be setting up a bit of vision with this Maokai. However, Shut Up and Dive with a very good ward coverage of it.
You know, one of the main problems is the lack of vision coverage from Illegal Legends. They can go for it, but without the vision, they are just going to put themselves in a really bad spot. It did work out good for them the first time around because of a nice ultimate by Crimson Cat stealing the dragon, but this time around, I don't think they're gonna make
No
that.
Dabba flashing from the Death Sentence there.
Didn't look as though it was gonna hit anyways, but staying a little bit safer. Gimpy's setter without a teleport, he won't be able to join his team immediately. Ooh, Meow Meow actually locked up.
Getting hit by that SUAD lockdown.
Even locked up as well by Balking's ultimate. He's trying to get a kill or something, but the Dark Passage is going to be zipping that Jarvan away, and they're going to be rewarded with the kill onto Meow Meow, and this could even be the dragon in favor of Illegal Legends.
Illegal Legends starting that dragon, and looks like they will get it. Not a lot of, although, looks like Shut Up and Dive is going to take this mid tower, and
Oh, a nice solo throw, locking down on Tucker. He's going to get knocked
no
out.
Dabba taking that.
Reason on buy, but it doesn't hit anyone. Gimpy Setter did take that mid lane tower, so it seems as though that was their plan all along. They definitely got something out of it. They are falling behind in terms of those dragons. They are still ahead in gold, so a couple of dragons being good.
Landing the Death Sentence on Bulking.
And Balking forced
Wonderful barrier by Bulking, and it looks like Thresh is going to go down.
Molly focused down so quickly. No, his team just didn't really have the follow-up for that time. Crimson Cat taking a tower here he really should not have. He might be even forced away from that position. Both Balking and Crimson Cat.
Now, if we do look at these team comps, it looks like Shut Up and Dive, just from judging by their champion picks, AD J4 falls off late game, Caitlyn falls off late game if you don't get kills, Trinimir does not do well into the late game if you don't get kills, although he has kind of ignored that fact and just gotten kills. Versus this Illegal Legends team of a Sejuani, a Maokai, a Jinx, people that just scale very, very well into late games. So, looking like Shut Up and Dive needs to make some good moves here really quickly if they want to have a chance of winning this game.
Gimpy Setter trying to escape. He does get away. Solar Flare not up just yet, so they don't have that long range stun. Just going to walk away after putting a little bit of damage onto that tower. He's going to be really annoying to deal with for Illegal Legends. Right now, 4 members of that team, of Shut Up and Dive.
Shut Up and Dive moving to that bot lane turret to get a 3-turret advantage on Illegal Legends here. Yep. So Illegal Legends very much leading the game in dragons, however Shut Up and Dive very much leading the game in turrets. Gimpy Setter defending that mid lane, although
that could be the tower going down.
That is definitely the tower going down, and Gimpy Setter might die here if they just turn on him.
Yeah, they're gonna go. He does have his ultimate to keep himself alive a little bit longer. Flashing and gets that kill with the last auto attack, and he has the heal to keep himself alive. What a beautiful turnaround, making it a 1-for-1. Well, not just a 1-for-1.
Wonderful play by Gimpy Setter. Shut Up and Dive lands the hook on the Leona.
Yeah, Crimson Cat
entirely caught out, probably going down here. No Dabba trying to 4v1 under this turret, does not have a lot of places to go. Snowball about to come out. Oh no, that J4 is just going so wonderfully deep. Oh, and here comes the Zyra with the cleanup. And the Maokai TP down too. And that is why we don't chase under turret.
That's overall going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Illegal Legends. They
Very
Shut Up and Dive. They really are sticking with their namesake, just going in, just diving into that tower. It was at full health, and it took about a quarter's worth of damage right there. They really do need to focus down that tower, especially without any minions. It was really risky to dive. They did force the flash out of Crimson Cat, and I believe they even got the kill right there, but the amount of kills that they traded over definitely was not worth it. If that Zyra starts getting rolling, it's going to be really difficult to stop her in a fight. Meanwhile,
Gimpy Setter taking the Scuttlebug at Baron. Shut Up and Dive just have wonderful ward coverage right now. If you look at the entire just top and bottom jungle of Illegal Legends, it is all Shut Up and Dive wards. Gimpy Setter with a nice steal on Slam's Jam on your Ham's blue buff.
Yeah, they really do need to have a better hold of their own jungle. He had a time on it since about 15-16 minutes into the game. He's the one that took it, he had a ward on it as well. He was just so late on the reaction that Gimpy Setter was able to walk away with it. Didn't have to face any sort of aggression. And when you let that happen as a jungler, you're just hurting your own team. You cannot do that right there. Right now, Rod of Ages finished by, yeah man, about 4 or 5 minutes ago. He's definitely looking strong in those team fights, but he may have a bit of survivability issues if they can't lock down Crimson Cat. And Antonio very low.
Oh, very deep by Slam on your jam, but the nice Dark Passage to get that dude out of there. Gimpy Setter looking like he's about to come up the back and create a nice little trap for them.
Oh, well, I don't know what he's doing. He gets locked up by the Arctic, so lockdown is there as well. He's just going to use that spinning splash away, but he forced the ultimate out of him. Now, if Illegal Legends forces a fight, they won't have that.
Slam's Ham on your jam does still have his ultimate.
Yeah, exactly. So if they go for this fight, it's going to be in their favor. That's one ultimate down already, so it's already a little bit of an advantage in their favor. With Dragon up in 40 seconds, it's looking really good for them. Tryndamere ultimate should be up by the time they try and fight for it. It's a little bit close to halfway there, so 20 seconds after that dragon spawns, that ultimate will be back up. Right now, if we look at the vision,
this could be a third dragon for Illegal Legends. They have some good ward coverage deep in their jungle.
Yeah, but Shut Up and Dive, they've kind of fallen off on their vision, and they have no idea that Illegal Legends is in that dragon area. They know dragon is up, but they're too late. They have that ward, and this dragon is going down so quickly. They're going to try and
get on the Maokai.
Send him, and he's getting locked up.
Now, Maokai is going down. However, his team did get that third dragon, so that could be a worth play in the end. Again, denying Shut Up and Dive. Oh, Nodaba, the wonderful lockdown by Nodaba and SUAD. Excellent Dark Passage by Thresh, however, to keep the peel. Doesn't look like we're going to get any kills out of this. Just going to be a walk away. Oh, Slam's Ham on your jam, just going so deep right now.
Yeah, so it really just was unfortunate by Shut Up and Dive right there. They tried to trade mid lane for that dragon, which could have worked out for them. Unfortunately, Illegal Legends has caught up in terms of towers taken, and they decided to go for the Maokai, which effectively was a good trade by him. Give up his life for his team to get that dragon, and even a couple of kills for themselves right there. Definitely working out in their favor.
Shut Up and Dive looking like they're about to set up a nice mid push here. Tryndamere almost stopping the B on both of those, but barely missing.
Do damage. You are not Cho'Gath. You cannot scream to do damage, Tryndamere.
Yo, Cho'Gath just tells people shut up. Be quiet. Oh, gentlemen, Cho'Gath, silence.
Well, actually,
5 men mid. Oh, Thresh misses the death sentence. That's going to give a little bit of a window to Illegal Legends here. Just get some wards out, reset up their defense. Looks like Maokai is actually trying to split push top lane right now. And it's interesting to note that the Maokai does have TP, whereas the Tryndamere does not. So split pushing for the Maokai is going to be a much safer option than for the Tryndamere.
Yeah, if they have Gimpy Setter in a split push situation, then that just puts his team in. It essentially puts his team to the point where they have to 4v5, and they could effectively do that if they try to kite it out. They have the Nunu with the perma-slows. They have the Thresh to even throw down the box to reduce the movement speed. So it's definitely a possibility right there. Just force them and bait them into a kiting situation. Just have Tryndamere start doing work on those towers. All these are just huge variables coming in. And looks as though we do see Gimpy Setter going with that split push right now. They're sending Slam Ham to try and stop that in its tracks. And a bit of a trade going down. Slam Ham with the advantage right now, but Gimpy Setter does have lifesteal. He should be fine. Actually, not too
Slams ham on your jam going very hard right now, looking for this kill.
Yeah, that eventual Maelstrom pop is actually... Oh, meanwhile, in the mid lane. Good fight going down.
Big fight mid lane. Zucker goes down. Looks like Crimson Cat is coming back into that fight from below. Gets the kill. Is Jamali going to be able to peel these guys off, or are they just going to back up? Looks like they're going to back up. Tryndamere looking like he's going to come in and try to make a little bit of a cleanup here. He does still have his ultimate. So he very well could get that Leona. Ooh, that flash by Jamali was wonderful. Give me center, going to press R and do that Tryndamere thing. Will he make it out though?
Ooh, so close to dying. Gimpy Setter one auto attack away. Jamali may be the sacrificial lamb.
Oh, and Jamali goes down.
Something that I have to note right there is the fact that Slam Ham didn't even need to use teleports as this team. His team won that fight in a 4v5. Sure, Tryndamere was a little bit late to that party, but it was still 5 members of Shut Up and Dive trying to fight that Illegal Legends team, and they weren't able to. The lead that they picked up early is just gone at this point. Now the gold lead is finally in the favor of Illegal Legends with 3 dragons under their belt and a very slight
Looking
gold
like
lead. But
they're about to collapse on this Maokai.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Knock up coming out.
He is going down. This is that red buff, that infinite slow. Looking like this Maokai's about to die.
Oh man,
there he goes.
Tossing that nice slow range.
Tryndamere moving bot lane to do the split push.
He's trying to get it, but Crimson Cat is there to clear out the minion wave. And another steal.
Shut Up and Dive actually going for Baron now. Interesting choice considering that Sejuani is still up and lands a beautiful on him now by W Purper. He goes down. Jamali just keeping this. Zucker going so deep for so little health. He does go down though. Zyra ends up getting a triple kill. Can she make it a quadra? Oh, and the Sejuani with KS. So Tryndamere is now the only one up for Shut Up and Dive, and looks like he's getting a little bit wrecked by this Leona as his ulti is now down. Yeah, Maokai with the TP mid looks like they're gonna looks like they are gonna all in mid right now and just try to take that tower.
Yeah, it was first it was a mistake to attempt the Baron without any vision of the enemy team, but then once Meow Meow got caught out by Slam Jam on your ham and balking, they decided to just continue doing the Baron without a second tank. Sure, Jarvan has that Randuin's Omen, but now that Baron, the resistance is lowered by to a total of 50 at 100 stacks. Every time he auto attacks you, he puts kind of a debuff on you, and that debuff reduces your armor and MR by 0.5.
So that is 4 dragons on Illegal Legends to Shut Up and Dive's 0. Tryndamere gets the shut down. Meow Meow W Purper looking for the ult. That Maokai and Sejuani are just so tanky. Jarvan gets the lucky shutdown on the Zyra, but not before she kills Meow Meow W Purper. Jarvan going ham on Crimson Cat, but looks like he's going to go down. Maokai going far too deep in this jungle, but does buy time for Crimson Cat to come in and clean up. Wonderful play by Illegal Legends there. Ace and a dragon.
Yeah, this is just not looking
just
good.
Starting to run away with this game. Which, as I said earlier, it's the late game team comp versus the early game team comp. Shut Up and Dive had that wonderful gambit early, the diving and the cheesing and the more cheesing, but Illegal Legends just pulling it out with the late game team comp.
It's not looking good for Shut Up and Dive. Their best hope is to try and get some picks with their composition. They have so much single target damage that it's a really strong way of playing this out. Just try and get someone key, such as the Jinx or the Zyra, out on a rotation and just start winning from that. That's really their wave clear right there, the Jinx and Zyra. So if you take either one of those out, then you can start sieging up against the Illegal Legends team. What they have to watch out for is the fact that Illegal Legends, they have one more dragon, and then it's going to be near impossible to stop them without a miracle. Gimpy Setter going in with a bit of a split push. He's forced away by balking. Down to half health already. Slam Ham flashing over that wall.
Wonderful flash. Will Gimpy Setter be able to get away? No, he won't.
Yeah, but the rest of Shut Up and Dive are in that mid lane. They're going to try and push that tower, but they're backing away just as quickly. They cannot get anything. They lost one member. They lost the Tryndamere, and they can't even capitalize on the fact that they sent 3 members to stop him.
I think it's also important to note that, like you said earlier, Shut Up and Dive has all that single target damage, whereas Illegal Legends is almost entirely based on AoE damage. You have the Jinx Rockets with the huge splash, you have the AoE Sejuani ult, you have the AoE Fiona ult, you have the AoE freaking Zyra ult, you have the AoE Maokai ult. Just an entirely team fight based composition versus a pick comp.
So, Slam Jam on your head actually missed his ultimate, so that's going to be down for the next fight if it does come out. This could be this could be the turning point for Shut Up and Dive. That's going to be 2 big ultimates currently on cooldown. If they get a fight, it could definitely go in their favor. Nodaba will have his solo figure up fairly shortly, so that window is closing very quickly. And there it is. It's back up. They will have that AoE lockdown, but no Sejuani ult right now. Right now, League of Legends, they're just putting down some damage onto... They're trying to put some damage onto that tower. No doubt about attacking up that 18 hole. And oh, Tucker needs to be careful. Already half health. There's the death sentence down off the Slam Ham on your jam. Gimpy Setter forced to use his ultimate. That's him forced away. And without a 5th member, it looks as though... Shut Up and Dive may have to give up on this tower. You have Slam Jam on your ham. He's in that bush waiting. When he gets that knock onto Tucker, he's going to be taken down very quickly, and that's actually going to be the surrender vote coming out for Shut Up and